Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for another How to Transform video. In today's video, we're going to keep on going with Transformers Revenge of the Fallen because today, as you guys can see here, I've got 3 more figures for you. And these are the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Scout Class, Rollbar, Depthcharge, and Nightbeat. Now, just like with my previous video, I have always taken referring to these guys as minicons. The biggest example of why is that with Rollbar and Nightbeat, if you guys are familiar with the Transformers Armada series, you guys will know that those were the minicons that were partnered with Scavenger and Sideswipe. Obviously, these guys would have no relation to that series other than the name. But anyway, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go over a couple of details these guys have while they're in their vehicle mode, and then we will get on to transformation. So for right now, we're going to move Nightbeat and Depthcharge off the side, and we're going to bring Rollbar in for a close-up. Now, Rollbar's vehicle mode obviously is some type of delivery truck. He's got the Autobot symbol stamped right there, and mine's actually starting to wear off a little bit there. Well, he's a very old toy. You guys will notice right here, he's got this big bull, star bull image on the side. I'll be honest, when I first got this, I thought that was a Red Bull logo, but I guess it's Orange Bull. Another type of energy drink, I don't know. Coming around to the back, you'll see that you can't really tell where the doors would be, like for deliveries or whatever. He's got these little inlaid side panel detailing right here. I'm not really sure what these would be. Coming down to the tires, you guys will notice that even with as small as this figure is, they were able to incorporate the detailing on the tread pattern and stuff like that. Even has like the rim design, stuff like that. And then, of course, he's got the windows and everything. And he's got this big brush guard on the front. Overall, I think it's pretty good design. Now, I do know that I can't remember if it's also for the Revenge of the Fallen toy line or if it was for the Hunt for the Decepticons toy line. They actually released a second one of these that is named Heavy Load, and he is a white delivery van. But anyway, so there's Rollbar. All right, and moving on down the line, we have Depthcharge. Now, obviously, just by the name, you guys will realize that Depthcharge is either some type of battleship or some type of submarine. I have never entirely been sure. You'll notice right here, he's got the Autobot symbol right there. He doesn't have it on both sides, though. I thought he did. Coming up here, you'll notice that he's got he's got some pretty good detailing in regards to the window for the bridge of the ship right here. I especially love all of the little bits and bobs that they added for the whole detailing and everything. The radar tower looks absolutely amazing, and I especially love that they even have some rocket pods mounted on the back that can actually be raised up so he can have like a sea-to-air attack barrage with some little rocket pods. Overall, I have to admit, this is actually one of my favorite ones. I'll go over some details that he has while he's in his bot mode as we progress through this video. But anyway, there's not Sonar. Sonar is actually his repaint. That is actually an all-black design. This is Depthcharge. All right, and finally we have Nightbeat. Now, Nightbeat's sports car mode, I have to admit, I think it's actually pretty cool. Not entirely sure what kind of sports car it's supposed to be. You notice that right here he's got the Autobot symbol right there on the top, right next to the gas cap. You can actually see that he has the engine exposed. And what I especially love is that if you turn him around and look at his license plate, it actually says Nightbeat with a little Autobot symbol on there. I have to admit, that is a pretty cool attention to detail. Coming down to the wheels, you'll see that he's got these really cool rim designs, and then he's also got the tread pattern and everything. I have to admit, I love the yellow streaks that he has on the doors. Gives him a lot of character. I'm not sure why they kind of gave him like a smoked front end or whatever. Maybe that's because he's like a race car or something. But either way, this is a great design. I love it. And also with the ROTF line, they released an all-red version of him, and that one is actually a Decepticon named Dead End. All right, but anyway, so there's Nightbeat. All right, and now here comes the fun part, because we're going to get on to transformation. So once again, we're going to move Depthcharge and Nightbeat off to the side, and we're going to bring Rollbar back in. Now, for Rollbar, his transformation is actually pretty easy. What we're going to do first is we're going to come right here to this panel, and we're going to flip this up and swing it all the way back, which will reveal another Autobot symbol. We'll go ahead and flip this side back too, just like this. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come back here and we're going to push down on this right here, down on that right there, and then take your finger, come up into here, and flip that out just like this, and flip that out just like this. Because now what we can do is we can come right here, and we're going to split the top of the van apart just like this, bring this out to the side. Now what we'll do is we'll flip this around like this, and then fold these in to form the chest plate, similar to how, I guess it's similar to Optimus Prime's chest plate with the way the panels sit. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and we're going to grab right here, we're going to grab right here, and then we're going to grab as far up on his waist as we can get. We're going to disconnect it from its housing, and then we're going to swing it up and lock it into place just like this. And then we're going to take, you'll see that these pinholes right here line up with where the mirrors would be. Just bring that back, and I got a little stuck. There we go. His legs are very stiff. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, come on. Man, how long has it been since I transformed him? Wow. All right. Anyway, there we have his legs right there. We're going to go ahead and come right here. We're going to bring up his arm, bring it out, and give it a quarter turn forward. And there we have, and he does have a little bit of an elbow joint, which is pretty cool. And then we'll come over here. We'll do the same thing. Bring the arm out and give it a quarter turn forward. And there we have Rollbar. I have to admit, I like his design. I will admit that I like that he kind of has a similar head sculpt to Optimus, so he's kind of like a mini Optimus. Like I was saying, his chest setup is similar to the Leader Class Optimus, but overall, I love this guy, and I especially love that if you want to pose him, he has a little bit of posability. His head moves. I don't know why mine are so tight. The joints on mine are so tight, but either way, he has a little bit of posability, which I think is really cool. Anyway, there's Rollbar. All right, we'll get him set up. There we go. All right, and now we'll bring in Depthcharge. Now, Depthcharge's transformation is actually interesting. What we're actually going to do first is we're going to come down here, and you'll see right in there, this piece will actually become Depthcharge's hand. There's a little pin that is actually in here, and what we need to do first is we need to disconnect it from that pin and bring this down. So the pinhole is right there, and then the pin sits right here, and that just sits up there and creates the hole of the ship. So we'll bring this out and then bring this down just like this. This has a little bit of a double hinge elbow joint type of deal, just like that. And we'll come over here. We're going to disconnect this pin and bring this down just like the other side. Bring that down just like that. And what I especially love is that Depthcharge actually has some thumbs, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and we're going to take this whole section of the ship, disconnect it, or dislodge it from the whole, this part right here. We're going to bring it out, and then we're going to split it right here, split it right down the middle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to spin his waist around just like this, and then we'll bring this out just like this. This is on kind of a swivel hinge type of deal, just like this. And then we'll take this, and you'll see that there's a little pin right there, and that will seat right into that little groove right there. We'll go ahead and push this in just like that, and that will form his foot. So there's the pin right there again. We'll fold this back and seat it into that little housing right there, just like that. And then we'll bring this out just like this to form his legs, which I have to admit, I think it's weird that his legs, that's how his legs are. But I didn't design the toy, so hey, some of these guys were actually pretty popular, so yeah. He does have a little bit of a knee joint, but his knees kind of bend kind of wonky, I don't know, for lack of a better word. So I guess this right here would technically be his ankle joint, but he does actually have a little bit of a knee joint if you want to pose him a bit. So we'll go ahead and get him set up. But anyway, coming back up to the top, what we're going to do next is we're going to come right here and right here. Oh, that popped off and it wasn't supposed to. We'll fix that in a minute. We'll go ahead and pull down his shoulder, just like that. Bring his arm down, give his arm a quarter turn, just like that. And then come over here, same thing, quarter turn, just like that. And let me pop this back on. I don't know why that popped off. There we go. All right, and then finally what we can do is we can actually take the rocket pods and turn them forward and sonar or Depthcharge is ready to go. I don't know why I keep calling him Sonar. I am so sorry, guys. All right. Now, unfortunately, because of the way his legs are, he doesn't really have a lot of pose ability, but if you can get him in a pose, that's great. My guy just sits on my display like this. But anyway, there's Depthcharge. And finally, we're going to bring in Nightbeat. Now, Nightbeat's transformation is actually interesting. What we're going to do first is we're actually going to come back here, and we're going to split the back bumper. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to pull these panels out just like this. And just like this. We're going to pop that down just like that. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here, and where that groove is right there, we're going to disconnect the windshield from the hood of the car just like that. We're going to flip down his feet just like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to swing this out just like that to form what will become his shoulders. So it kind of looks like he's like saying, hey, what's up? I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to come back down here. We're going to bring his legs down a bit. And before we actually get onto his legs, what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. We're going to move the windshield back. And then we're going to start sliding this up just like this. And this will form... Okay, what did I do? Oh, no, I did that right. All right, we'll go ahead and bring this down just like this. And this will form Nightbeat's chest. And there's his head right there. Kind of looks like one of the aliens from Independence Day. Not necessarily a good thing. We'll go ahead and give his elbow a little bit of a turn. We'll turn his wrist as well. And there we go, just like that. All right, now we'll come back down to his legs. Now, typically, with the way these are designed, mine always pop off, which I'm be lucky if they don't. Oh, they're behaving that time. Nice. All right, so we got him separated just like that. We've got his feet folded down. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come back here, and we're going to flip up this panel right here. We're going to flip it up on both sides, just like that. And then we're going to take this section, and we're going to rock it back until it stops. And then we're going to take that little groove with our fingernail, bring it out, and give Nightbeat his high-heeled shoes. All right. So we'll go ahead and fold this back and fold his foot forward if it cooperates. There we go. All right. There we go. And get him all fixed up. There we go, just like that. All right, and there we go. We have Nightbeat. I have to admit, I love this bot mode. It's actually pretty cool. I will admit that his repaint version, Dead End, with this body design looks actually pretty scary. But anyway, so there's Nightbeat. All right, and there we go, guys. We have three more for the total. And that was the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Scout class, Rollbar, Depthcharge, and Nightbeat. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below. Even hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and I will do what I can to help you out in the future. And until then, bye.